Quite sad. Moving on, for the last 1 year, President William Ruto and his economic team has embarked on ways to reduce government spending. The government has also been keen on bringing down the country's dependence on debt, especially for recurrent expenditure. The effects of the measures taken so far has created more doubt than confidence, but it's a route the president is adamant to remain on. KTN's Daniel Kariuki has more on that.
When William Ruto took over the reins of power, the country's debt burden was a cause for concern for a majority of Kenyans. Initially, the Kenya Kwanza administration struggled to finance key government commitments owing to lack of physical headway. At the time, government borrowing was over 1 trillion shillings against a debt ceiling of 10 trillion shillings as had been approved by Parliament, limiting the administration physical options. An issue that saw the government embark on a campaign to change the debt ceiling from a normal figure to an anchored on the GDP in order to align with the bottom-up economic model.
Kwa sasa hivi, kati ya shilingi 10 ambayo tunaokota kama ushuru, shilingi 6 kwa shilingi 10 tunatumia kulipa madeni. Tukiendelea hiyo barabara ya madeni, itafika shilingi 7, itakuwa shilingi 8, alafu mwisho kazi yetu tukifanya itakuwa ni ya kulipa madeni.
The government will go on to embrace grants as opposed to commercial loans, minimizing its reliance on debt. The National Treasury was instructed to come up with alternative revenue-raising measures as well as physical consolidation strategies that would further reduce government expenditures, even as the president halted capital-intensive infrastructure project in order to audit the existing projects and their commercial viability.
Wageni watatusaidia, mabenki ya kimataifa watatusaidia, lakini jukumu la kujenga Kenya hii ni jukumu letu.
We are now sure about the growth trajectory. And if we continue with that growth trajectory, we are talking about economic vibrancy. And so it means that we are going to generate the resources that we actually need, the tax resources that we actually need.
It is this combination of measures that has seen the country's debt remain stable and well anchored. According to CBK Governor Kamau Thuge, it is within the 55% limit plus or minus 5% as proposed by the National Treasury, with the government projecting to further reduce the debt as repayments continue to be made.
We believe that with that reduced domestic borrowing, this would reduce the pressure on interest rates, and also it should be, because of the additional external financing, we should be able to have more foreign exchange, which will help us build our international reserves.
Although the country's debt has surpassed the 10 trillion mark, experts at the National Treasury remain bullish that the physical consolidation measures and revenue-raising measures put in place by the cabinet will further reduce the country's reliance on debt financing for development projects.
It is not sustainable for us to continue running our budgets using large deficits. That is why we have something called fiscal consolidation, where this government has said, going forward, our appetite for debt has to grow down, has to slow down.
As of June 2023, the country's debt was at 9.7 trillion shillings. Daniel Kariuki, KTN News.
Another break, but still to come. Going electric. Energy and Petroleum Regulatory Authority releases charging and battery guidelines. Details in our business news.